Hello everybody, this is my first video for Enhance Your Natural Beauty. The first video I'm going to start with is Flawless Base, so basically covering primer, foundation, lid primer. It's all about getting that flawless finish to your complexion, but no colour, no eyeshadow or anything like that at this stage. I will do that in another video. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously cleanse, tone, moisturise before you do all this, and the first thing I'm going to use is Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So all you need for this is literally the size of a pearl, which is probably about that much. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to apply this all over the face, starting at the cheeks in circular motions. And what this is going to do is fill in all the pores, fill in any fine lines, and just really keep your foundation on all day and give it a really flawless finish. And it also mattifies as well, so it's great for people with combination skin or oily skin, especially in the summer as well. Okay, so the second step is Sheer Focus Tinted Moisturiser. You can use foundation if you want to, but obviously it's coming into warmer months now, so I tend to go for more of a natural look. So what I tend to do is actually put it onto my hand so I know exactly how much I'm using. With the tinted, especially with the tinted moisturiser from Smashbox, you don't need to use a lot, and this is in light, so this is the colour I'm using. I do tend to go to medium in the summer to look a little bit warmer. So I'm actually going to apply this with a foundation brush, which is again Smashbox, so it's number 13, if you can see that. So it's good to actually warm the tinted moisturiser on your hand so it gets used to the actual temperature. And as you can see, a lot of people get it all on the brush and start to apply it, but what I'm actually doing is taking it all up in one place, moving it around, and it's not sort of streaky movements because that's when it starts to look streaky. It's literally sort of tapping it into the skin. And as you can see, it's got quite good coverage considering it's tinted moisturiser. And it's also like a matte finish as well. A lot of tinted moisturisers tend to be quite greasy. So as you can see, I'm doing half of my face to start with. So I've got a comparison on the other side. So don't take it underneath your eyes. And basically just cover where needs covering. What we'd want to do is enhance what you've got already. So if there's nothing wrong with that part of your skin, or there's no sort of discoloration or anything like that, don't put much there. We are literally just wanting to make your skin look flawless, and that doesn't have to be so that you cram it with makeup, you know. You can just basically cover up what needs to be covered up. So I'm just going to move on to the nose, and make sure you don't use too much on the nose because you can get a lot of build up around that area, even with tinted moisturiser. It all tends to congregate there. So as you can see, I've got a birthmark here and here, so I'm going to cover that up as much as I can. I'm not going to be able to do that with the tinted moisturiser because it doesn't offer enough coverage, so I will tend to that with concealer in a few moments. So you can see this colour is a little bit, it's not exactly my colour, but if I was to go any fairer, I'd be a little bit too fair, but I'm going to balance it all out at the end. So you can see the difference already. I haven't tended to my eyes yet, but the difference between the two sides. Now if you want me to, I can post a video for foundation, but it's more than likely when I do eye makeup and things like that, I will use foundation. So again, just get it all off, and then work from here outwards, because most of the time people's skin are usually perfect around this sort of area, and also you've got a lot of downy hairs there. Everybody does, so by putting too much product there, you can sort of lift the hairs and make it look worse than what it actually is, so make sure you be careful of that as well. So again, the same thing on this side. And also by actually starting from this area, you stop yourself from getting a line right around the edge of the face, which is not a good look. So just sort of stop it almost there. You can see that. So also with this tinted moisturiser, if you wanted to, same with foundation, I would start from the one half and go all the way around. So if you wanted to buy this, if you wanted to put another layer on, this side would all be dry, so you can go around again if you wanted. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that now. So now I'm going to move on to the under eye area, and I'm using Smashbox Photo Off Under Eye Brightener. This is to go underneath your concealer, and what it does is basically give a really good base, same as the primer for the face really, give a really good base for your concealer. But it's also got artificial lights in there as well. So what it does is bounce the light from underneath the eye, which is really good if you do have like under eye circles and things. I just use my finger because I prefer to, but I don't for concealer. So you can even wear this on its own. It's really good as a highlighter as well if you wanted to use it as a highlighter. So you can see the difference. It's not major, it's not really meant to do what concealer does, but you can see that it bounces the light off the eyes. So if you don't like concealer or you find that your eyes are too dry for it, this would really be a nice prep for concealer. Okay, so now we're going to use Smashbox High Definition Concealer in medium. Because my eyes are quite dark, I tend to go for a slightly darker concealer. Get my concealer brush. I'm using a brush. Again, warming it up on the hand. And then most people tend to apply that way. But the way I've been taught is to actually apply two sides. If you can see that, let me put a little bit more on. If you can see that, and then work from the opposite side. So this will actually stop the concealer from gathering in the lines. And everybody has lines, laughter lines, you know, whatever age you are really. So you just have to work against them, and that'll stop it from looking cakey. And also in this area here, because no light gets into that area at all. And you can see you don't need a lot of that at all. Okay, so I'm just going to do my other eye really quickly because we're running out of time, and I will put the other few steps on part 2 of the video. Okay, so that's your basic 3 steps. I'm going to carry on the other 3 steps after this part, so it'll be on part 2, okay?